Hi, it's Elizabeth from Parent for Success. And I wanted to just chat quickly about, should you be worried if your child takes things like biscuits or sweets or food without asking? And I suppose the first thing to remember is stealing is normal. Lots of children steal. In fact, I can't imagine probably that many children get through the whole of their childhood without taking something that doesn't belong to them. The only difficulty is that stealing sets up a difficult precedent, and it's how you deal with it that's going to make the difference. So first of all, just because they steal doesn't make it okay. And if you don't tackle it as soon as you discover it, it's going to become a habit. So first thing to do is explain what's okay and what isn't okay to your child. So talk to them about when they're allowed to take food, what food they're allowed to take, how, if they find money lying around the house, they shouldn't be allowed to keep it. And certainly anything over £1, they should definitely be handing in. You can choose, maybe if it's 20p, maybe it's 50p, you could choose to let them have it. But then really important to explain the ground rules. The first time you discover your child has taken something, you explain the ground rules. Now, you have to be a little bit careful because sometimes parents are really strict about food. Children are hungry and they're going to want something. So it may be that you have to allow your child a certain type of food that they can eat that may not be your first choice of food, but that they could take if they're desperate for something, maybe sweet or something. However, you set your own rules, then you explain the consequences. Now, if your child does take something, you sit down, you have the chat about honesty, you have the fact that relationships are built on trust and that you need to be able to trust them. But you can also then say, this time you can do an hour of jobs to make up for what you took. And next time, if you take something else, that will be 2 hours of jobs. The following time, 3 hours. The following time, 4 hours. And you do those jobs together. You don't make them onerous. The idea is it's a consequence. It's a rebuilding of that relationship when trust has been broken. But make it escalating so that the child knows that there will always be a bigger and bigger consequence each time they take something. And sooner or later, there's going to be a cut-off point where they think this isn't going to be worth it. You have to make it not worth it for your child. Otherwise, stealing becomes a habit. It gets more and more difficult to resolve the older the child is. So try and tackle that really soon on and have a zero tolerance approach. I hope that helps and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.